Okay, y'all, we're back. Hopefully this will uh, work for today. Like I said, let me apologize. I've been up since 6:30 trying to make sure that we could use that new platform and trying to work out the Kings files. They didn't work the way I wanted to work. Kenneth will be on here in just a second. Um, he had basketball practice. Again, what I was saying earlier, if you missed it, um, um, I don't know. I think we gotta find a way to get one goal and one goal. We need to do baby steps, and the baby steps are how do we get voting in the African American community back up to um, 65%. It cannot be 25, 27%, or we don't have a chance in hell of changing anything. And I think they see that. I think they see that um, we damn near are broken in the sense that they just not gonna come out to vote. You know, they are not gonna come out. You know, that's what they're saying about us. They're saying that we aren't gonna come out and vote in the numbers that we need to come out and vote. If I can see it and I don't have any money, they can see it. They can see it, and to not act like they can see it is dumb. That doesn't make any sense. They can see it. They can see. They can look at the numbers just like, and they have way more money and way more billionaires backing them to show that they are the African American vote is dwindling on every election. You can't look at how many people voted for her. You have to look at how many people voted. Period from our community. And if you're at 35% or 30% of 34 million registered voters, what's that? That's 3.4 million African American voters who voted. That how are we going to affect any change with that? And we need to start having these conversations. You know, again, I think Roland said, I think Marion said this. Roland said earlier this week that with Jasmine coming into the race, she had to wake up. She had to actually wake up the largest voting bloc, largest African American voting bloc, which is in Texas, and get them to vote. And what are we doing here? She has to wake them up. She has to wake them up to vote. That literally makes no sense. They don't. They are so discouraged by voting now in Texas, and we're talking about across the board. And we're talking about upper income, middle income. Um, we're talking about across the board that we got to get people to vote. You know, we're gonna be dead in the water, and this sit here and not act like that is nuts. It's nuts. So for the few people that we get to watch this podcast, the few people we get to watch this podcast, we can't get them to vote. If we don't are out on our game trying to get people to vote, we're dead in the water. I don't give a damn what Kenneth says, what anybody else says. You cannot get the registered voters to vote, and they're only at 28% of 34 million registered African voters. We don't stand a chance in hell. We just don't. And so we're so busy worried about, and it's just, they figured out that distractions really work. You got more people talking P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, because of that Netflix documentary. Then you could go on and watch people talking about the 1964 Civil Rights Act and what's going to happen if that thing's gutted. That's some really fucked up priorities. Like I haven't watched that documentary. I'm just using an example, that documentary yet. But I can watch the documentary and still realize, man, this is just a distraction for me right now, but I better make sure that they don't get that 1964 Civil Rights Movement. And again, if I can see it, and I haven't put any money into polling or any of that stuff, I just can go by and anecdotal conversations. Because of that Netflix documentary.
then you could go on and watch people.
Then they can see it. They can see it. Again, I was at this meeting. It was a bunch of, God bless them. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but they were all elderly ministers. All of them. All of them were older than me. All of them were older than me. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, you don't have a young audience, a young audience at your church. What's the word I'm looking for, Kenneth? Your congregation is not young. So what are we doing? So Kenneth, I'll just basically start off the show by saying this feels different. This atmosphere of what they're trying to do and how they're trying to codify a few people controlling a democratically elected, most powerful democratically elected country in the world. This feels different. If we don't get on our P's and Q's to get Black people out the vote, it should be our one thing that we're fighting for, is to get Black people out the vote. We're dead in the water. That's what I was talking about. So please chime in.
Oh, okay. First of all, yeah, I apologize. Something, the computer was acting up for real. I'm doing like Linda's old computer, couldn't even log on, and looked like it went back to factory settings or something like that. So anyway, um, it's and we've been saying this for years, and Linda and I have been doing this for about 4 years, right? Right, Linda, about 4 years, something like that.
Right.
And we've been saying the same thing for 4 years. Black people need to get out the vote. We can't rely on the rest of the country to uh, save us. We have to save ourselves, and one way we save ourselves is by voting. Um, I I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't know what else we can say to people. And the bad thing about it is, you know, our audience, the people who listen to us, they get it. Let's say we can say our immediate families, they get it. Our audience and their immediate families, they get it. It's just the rest of people aren't getting it. They don't. I don't understand why they don't understand the need to do this, the need to vote, the urgency of it, the fact that most people don't even know how government works. And, as somebody who taught government for a few years, that irks the hell out of me. That really bothers me, that people just don't understand how government works. And we see that from day to day to day in how people react to certain things. How the fact that people think that if Donald Trump puts his name on a check, that he's the one that actually gave them the check, which is some bullshit. So they don't want to vote for the black woman. So they say because Donald Trump gave them a check. All stupid things. So I think, and we've said this before, and I guess we're gonna have to keep saying it. Just each one teach one. People y'all just go out there and tell people what's going on. They may be resistant to it. They may be like, man, I don't want to deal. No, I won't talk about no politics. I ain't into politics. And just remind them the politics is into them. Remind them everything that goes on in this country has some political semblance to it. Even sports. I mean, the fact that Trump is trying to weigh in on what was that? What was that sport? He was talking. Was it something about the
FIFA?
Oh, I can't
Soccer?
think of the name of
FIFA?
it. I think which sport it was. Yeah,
FIFA.
soccer. He's turned that into a political thing. Yeah, he's turned the World Cup into a political thing. Why? I mean,
hey, when you said
what do you want?
They're going for the whole. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what'd you say? What were you saying?
I said when we said they're going for the whole kit and caboodle, they literally going for the whole kit and caboodle. Like they're saying we coming for everything,
Yeah.
everything. It said no. What Don say?
It doesn't make sense. Like, why? Why would you do that? when people were telling LeBron James just shut up and play basketball, when they told Colin Kaepernick, they made a big deal out of him kneeling doing the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, the Star Spangled, whatever the hell he was kneeling doing. When they were doing that, they turned it political. Politics is a part of every aspect of our life. And I'll say this, even on a high school level, it's political. Sports is political. So don't think it has nothing to do with you. Everything. Politics is a part of our life from top to bottom. From the water that we drink, to the food that we eat, to the cars we drive, to how much they cost, to how much you pay in rent. Politics has a hand in it. It has a hand in it. It may be a silent hand, but it has a hand in it. Even let's go back to the fact that the lead in the water in Jackson and in Flint, Michigan. You don't think that shit was political? That had nothing to do with politics? The fact that the guy who was a Republican operative, a black man at that, told the city of Flint that they got to start getting water out of the Flint River, which was polluted with polluted pipes, instead of paying for it from Detroit, because in his mind, that's saving a whole lot of money. But now you got people walking around without kind of lead-borne diseases. And I think his punk ass went to jail too. Or at least he got charged.
What do you think about what Don just said?
So don't think that politics has nothing to do with your life. It has everything to do with your life.
What do you think about what Don said?
Ill child constantly seeking value. Oh yeah, of course he is.
No.
The one you highlighted?
Yeah.
Another issue is sad. We talk about elections. Notice that the hit piece is coming from the left regarding Crockett's announcement that she's running for Senate. They describe her as being selfish. Let's ignore for a second the GOP come for the House district. Forget out of Texas. Who from the left is coming after Jasmine Crockett? I haven't seen that.
I think I agree with Don. I think that's the DNC, and I think that they want.
Why? Why would they do it?
Because they want James Taylor. What's his name? Don James Taylor Carroll, because he's white and he's white. He's religious, but he seems moderate. They want him to win. This is what I feel about that, Don. To be quite frank with you, fuck Ed Martin. Fuck Ed Martin and all those people that keep telling us to do it the same way. And the problem I really have is, and I keep saying this about my reps, because it lets me know that there's something going on. There's something going on in the Democratic caucus, that you don't even have black women who are my reps coming out and telling Ed Martin to go to fucking hell, that black people ain't just gonna move the way he tells us to move. You go get your folks to move. You can't say nothing to us about how we move. The only thing you could tell us is, hey, man, I need y'all to go out and get more people to vote. But you can't say a goddamn thing about how we move. Because we moved at an 85% clip. Go talk to your fucking folks. And that's what people I tell him. You go talk to your fucking folks. Don't come to us. Because we know how to move. The way he should talk to us is say, hey, man, I don't really know how my folks gonna move who look like me. To us as a community, I don't really know how they gonna move. I think I know how they gonna move, because we can literally say historical data tells you how we're going to move, and it tell us how we can get your folks to move in our way. And if you're just telling us this is because of race, because of Jasmine's race, well, hell, that shit ain't even play out in the last 2 elections, so that don't even count. I firmly believe that black people right now ought to be transactional. We ought to be strictly 34 million voters ought to be transactional. We're going to move that way when you can show us. Otherwise, we're going to stand pat. We're going to vote for what we think is the best policy. Because if Ed Martin can't get, it's like Roland Martin said, I keep saying this, the only problem I have with us, and Kenneth, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over. The only problem I have with us is we can't seem to get enough of us to move the right way. But Ed Martin can't tell us shit. He really can't. The only thing, let me back up. He can tell us, hey man, can y'all go and try to get more Mississippians to vote? Can y'all try to go get more Louisianans to vote? We really, really are having a problem with Louisiana African Americans and Mississippians to vote. And then Gary Chambers and them will tell him, yeah, y'all give us more money. Y'all give us more money. But we just voted in Abby Spanberger in Virginia, took over Virginia House, and Abby Spanberger is up here saying, oh, they elected me because I'm martyred. No, the fuck they didn't, Governor Spanberger. They didn't elect you because you're martyred. They elected you because they were sick of Donald Trump. That's why they elected you. So y'all damned if you do, damned if you don't with Jasmine. You didn't go and do a damn thing to stop her. Kenneth said it. I said it when they came back because Kenneth said it loud. You came back when you decided to come back and thought the Republicans were going to. Remember that, Kenneth? They went out. They left the state, and then they came back, and y'all gerrymandered her district. What did y'all get for it? Nothing. Nothing. They're looking for the status quo. So I'm sorry, Kenneth. I had to get it off my chest. He can't tell us nothing. We got to stop telling you, man. Y'all can't tell us nothing. We know we know how we're going to go. We know for a fact. We just got to get our numbers up. Can you hear me, Ken? Go ahead.
Okay, I'm on the delay because I'm looking.
You know, your mic just went out. You're on mute. There you go.
I got it. Yeah, okay. I got it now. The thing that we keep hearing, they're scared of the most vocal voices, the people who get people excited. And like, we didn't know who Jasmine Crockett was until she said that stuff about
Which
Marjorie
body?
Taylor Greene.
Right.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene backed down. That did one thing and let it go. So the status quo, as in Don said, they're afraid of people like her. Why? I don't know, because they get their base excited. Who they're trying to, I say this, they're trying to placate the moderates because they feel that if Jasmine Crockett, which doesn't make any sense, Jasmine Crockett would represent Texas in the Senate. If she represents Texas in the Senate, they have a chance to put more moderates in other places. They really and truly think that because Jasmine Crockett represents Texas, that they won't get the moderate vote in Minnesota or Iowa or whatever. If that's what's going to stop those people from voting for Democrats, after all the stuff that Republicans have been doing, all the stuff that Donald Trump has been crazy. What? Listen, man, I don't know what it is about these platforms that's causing all these problems for us.
Hey, man, we're going to figure it out. We're going to keep trying to figure it out.
I'm in the middle of a very all the stuff that Donald Trump has been.
Look,
Leonard, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Look, Don, you know how he like to hear himself talk. He can't hear himself talk, so it's hurting his feelings.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Leonard.
I can hear you, Kenneth.
Hello?
I can hear you. You just not T-Mobile.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Am I saying anything?
Yeah, we can hear you. If you say that one more time, one of us gonna come through that screen and kick you. That's what's gonna happen. We can hear you. We hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Everett Williams. Lovely. Why won't you run for political. Lively, yeah. Why don't you run for a political position? We hear you. And we call him and tell him. Look, we hear him. We hear him. You think he's the T-Mobile guy. Everett, he not playing. We hear you, Kenneth. Your frat brother's on here clowning you now, though.
Shit, I don't know if anybody's hearing me at all. I'm seriously, I really have no idea because my thing keeps glitching, and I ain't got no damn T-Mobile. Y'all kiss all my left ass.
Hey, frat. Hey, your frat brother says, why would you run for office? Wait, Stacy said, I was here at 10. Stacy, we were on the other platform.
We were on thing that don't work at all. And
Stacy, we were on the other platform.
I was saying,
mine, but it wasn't working.
Correct. So now, if they're worried about the moderate vote instead of just their base, if they want to win elections, they got to stop trying to kiss the moderate's ass. That's not going to happen anymore. Those people, they either
hey man, you might need to move 2 feet to the right. You might need to move 2 feet to the right. And like Marion said, we got to get you another internet provider. We got to get you another internet provider. So Stacy, we're really trying.
Can you hear this?
That's right. Yes, we can hear you now.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Can you see that? Yeah, that right there. Forget all y'all.
Look, we're trying to have a serious conversation. It's hard to have a serious conversation when one person won't. That's how you look. Now y'all know he cheat. Look, when he go on his date app, y'all should know that he cheat. But Stacy, seriously, we hear you. Stacy, I got to talk to you, Stacy, about what's going on at Morris Brown over in my neighborhood. But if we can't get people to vote, if we can't, we don't have to have the DNC tell us, Ed Martin included, tell our community how to vote. That's an insult for him to tell us how. We always vote. And me and Marion talked about this. There is no election which you can go back to since Black people have the right to vote that has we haven't voted the right way. It's no election. There's no election when we haven't voted for a social safety net. There's no election when we haven't voted to defend the country. There's no election we haven't voted for that to expand voting rights. None, zero, not one. So what can Ed Martin tell us about Jasmine Crockett? He needs to go talk to his people. And he's not talking to David Hogg, because David Hogg has now started his own organization because the DNC tried to sideline him. So what is Ed Martin going to tell us? The biggest problem I think we've had, and they dogged him out. They dogged him out. What was his name? Howard Dean. When Howard Dean was saying, you need to have a 50-state strategy. People need to have real candidates for the people, by the people, for them. But okay, Evan, give me an example of that. Like let's not just I curse, so you should know that on the show by now. Let's not just talk shit, because I'm in a position right now on a lower level. People talk a lot of shit. Like they throw out these ideas, but don't have any practical guides about what they're talking about. So like whom? For the people, by the people. Like whom? Yeah, you got to give us some examples. Like whom? Because truth of the matter is, a lot of times Florida people don't want to do what they're supposed to do. Like the pay in Congress right now, I think it's $174,000. There's not a lot of money in DC. You don't want to pay them. So they don't, why people are going, why should I leave my job making 200, the best people, to go down to 174? You don't want to pay them. So what does that mean? That's all I'm asking. What does that mean? By the people, for the people? Who? What candidates are you? Give me some suggestions. Like who? And go ahead. You're on mute. You got your mic on mute. You mute.
I was gonna say me, people like us. I don't make $174,000, and I'm just as smart as you and I. I mean, I don't know how much money you make, but I know I don't make $174,000, and I'm just as smart or smarter than the people that's in Congress. You are too, despite the fact that where you went to school, you're still pretty smart, at least college anyway. I got to throw my Morehouse thing in there every once in a while. Just throw some shade at Morehouse every once in a while. Because y'all been talking shit about me the whole damn day, like it's my damn fault. And just in case y'all didn't know, the same internet that's on my computer is the same thing that's powering my phone right now, which y'all can see and hear me. So, damn all of y'all making jokes about me.
Look, man, watch your language talking to my audience. Okay. I protect my audience. Look, I protect them.
Now it's your audience. Now you pulling the Trump.
Yeah,
that's your audience.
Yeah, because you curse. I don't curse. I curse at issues. I don't curse at it. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth now. Look, like your mama said. Watch your mouth. Here's what I. Here's what
about you, not me.
Yeah,
she was talking about you. She said that Watkins boy. Tell that Watkins boy to watch his mouth. He cussed too much.
74 plus perks, pensions, and access for a damn part-time job. Access means nothing, Don, because you want to damn cut off their stock trading. So the access, you that's the thing that y'all mad about the most, the access. But what I'll say is this: then it's your hearing aid. Can you hear me now? What I'll say is this: this is what I do believe. I believe that the Congress is not representative enough of the people. And when I say that, it's because a wide range of people don't run for Congress. Congress is made up of mostly attorneys. I think the brilliance of the Nebraska Senate race right now is you have a mechanic running against the richest man in the state. And I'd rather have the mechanic in Nebraska, which is mind-boggling to me, because the mechanic can more relate to the farmers than that billionaire Ricketts. It's enough billionaires in the Senate. You need a mechanic. You need a curious mechanic who reads, who goes, no, I told you to clear. I told you to clear your computers, your cookies on that computer a long time ago. Get them, Stacey.
Stacey, I did clear my cookies, and stop worrying about my cookies.
You think they're voted to stop their access? No, I don't think they're gonna vote to stop their access.
He's talking about access to the stock market, to stock stock tips and all that stuff.
Yes.
Oh hell no, they ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that. But to Angie's point, yes, more social workers. I believe that Ketanji Brown is the most qualified person on the Supreme Court for this reason and this reason only. She was a public defender. She was in the gutter. She was a public defendant. She knows how her legal writings affect people on the ground. The rest of them dodos don't care. They do not like poor people. They do not.
Oh hell no! Even though they were poor themselves, they don't like them.
Right. They do not like poor people. So if you don't get and right now you have a lot of women running, which is a great thing. A lot of women from all aspects of life. I think there's a record number of women who are running for office from the Democratic Party. She knows all sides, right? But you don't have a record number of men running from all. You don't have a record number of plumbers. Roger Gomes a plumber, if y'all don't believe that. That fool from Nebraska, McMullen, he owns a plumbing company.
He owns the company. I mean, he was an actual plumber.
He started off as a plumber. He started as a plumber, right? But McMullen has come to the conclusion that it's better for me to join him. I can't beat him, so I'm going to join him. I can't beat them, so I'm gonna join them. But so we need people who have failed in life, had some failures in life running too. We really do. We really do. So, but us, we need to figure out how we're gonna get that damn 34 million registered voters, how we gonna get 30 million of them out to vote. That's what we need.
I mean, it really, Leonard, and I hate to say this. Some of those people don't vote because they don't care. They don't think that it bothers that it's going to affect them, no matter who's in office, because we have provocateurs, people inside and outside our community that just keep telling them that shit don't count. And I'll be real honest, what we need to do is start focusing on the next generation. We got to focus on them because those idiots ain't going to listen to nobody.
So how?
I'm being real honest that those people who aren't voting now, ain't shit you going to do or tell them to make them vote because they're just that fucking ignorant. They're just that damn ignorant.
So tell me how.
I said focus on the next generation.
What's that entail?
That entails talking to them about, well, let's say this. Something that I'm sure you did that I did when my kids were young. I took them with me to vote. Every single time I went to vote, I took them. They were with me. Unless something was wrong, they were with me. Oh, shoot. Did I lose my...
We can still hear you. We have to start looking new talent leadership, find someone who follows a new playbook. One that exists and needs for the community the future candidate leads from this platform. This process reveals what we need from leaders, not a you pick someone to solve an issue. I never stated someone has already been chosen or is even in the current position, or maybe they're already out there. First, they need the platform and needs a priority. Andrew, what do you mean it was a different time? Everett, I'm not disagreeing with you, Everett. I'm really not. Let me give a personal story. And for those of you know, I am an NPU chairman here in the city of Atlanta. And I was new, and I'm older, but I was a new person coming in. And the NPU had been run by a cadre of the same folks every year before I got here. A cadre of the same folks. And it's not even a quote unquote important position. It just so happens that in this moment in time, it's an important position because of the geography of our neighborhood. And we're that close to the city. We're right across the street from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But what I will tell you, and I really don't give a damn if somebody sees this, what I will tell you is they thought this was a fiefdom. So when people say, like when Everett comes up and says, the community, and the community means something totally different than them. For me, the community means you give people a voice that didn't have a voice, sometimes in powerful decisions. And you listen to some people who are really, who like Ketanji Brown, they're down what we can consider, they're on the ground. I'm not going to say the gutter, but they're on the ground dealing with the real issues. Right now, we got a big homeless problem in our community. But you have a group of people who are older, who don't and did not want to give up power to have change. Because they wanted the access. I get some access, no doubt about it. I still don't see the power in the access. But I'm telling you, the fight that I'm having right now with people who do not want change, to say, no, let's literally let the people have some power. Let's figure out how we can get a vote and let them live or die by their decisions. That's way harder than y'all thought. And Everett, all I'm saying is, from my vantage point, I talked to Marion McMillan, who's on here all the time. He and I talk quite frequently. I call him to ask, because he's older, to ask, hey, what were y'all doing at this time? What were y'all doing at this time when you were during your generation? Because he's a generation before me. And he talks about it all the time. Because Marion's at the point where he goes, and Kenneth says this too, and I don't know how Don and Everett feel about it. Marion says they're only going to change when they feel the pain. Let the pain happen. Let the pain happen. I'm terrified of the pain. I'm terrified of the pain for my kids and my grandkids. I'm terrified of the pain. But Marion says it's not going to change until they feel the pain. And he's talking about us. And I'm telling you, as somebody that sit there and get some access to these rooms, particularly in the city that I am right now, this is the most important city, period, for the African American community. This city. And we just had 2 former mayors tell us, a group of religious leaders who I thought, man, they're way too old. I'm older, but they're older than me. They're not going to get any young people out. How we talk to them? That if this city falls, we're really, really in trouble. And he was saying it's an existential threat, which means that your life as you know it will affect African Americans across the fucking country. We haven't. Nope. That's not true, Evan. That's not. Wait. It depends on what you. It depends on what you consider pain. How about that? I mean, I don't want to take away from what your pain is. It depends on if you want to consider suppression of the vote, where they start doing damn near poll tax and stopping you from voting, and people saying you can't come into a restaurant because it's black, which they will do. That's pain. If they start not giving you access to government jobs, that's pain. That's not, so I want to be relative of what pain is. You know what pain is, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I apologize. I don't know your story, and I want to apologize. I didn't mean to come off arrogant like that. I apologize for that. What I am saying is, you and I didn't grow up like our parents grew up. How about that? Is that a better way of saying it? We didn't. That pain from, how about 1932? My mom was born up until the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Is that better? A better way of saying it? Because again, I'm not trying to diminish what you went through. I'm just saying, if you do it relative, it's one thing to touch a hot stove. It's another thing to throw your body into a fire pit. That's what I'm trying to say. Go ahead, Kenneth. I know you're looking at me. I know you got to hear your voice. My bad. My bad. I know. Go ahead, Kenneth. Get your frat brother off me, Kenneth. Get him off me.
Hey, you said the shit. See, that's what happened when you let somebody from Morehouse lead the conversation. They start insulting folks.
Hey, you my partner. Look, don't do that. You my partner on this platform. Show some loyalty, goddammit.
Hey, that's Pratt.
Yeah, you my partner on this platform.
He Pratt. He Pratt.
I'm your partner on this platform.
Oh, damn, he about to cry.
Look, man.
But yeah, seriously, it's and I like you said, Marion and I agree with that. People need to feel the pain, and they are feeling the pain. They haven't felt it all the way. We haven't gotten all the way to gotten back to Jim Crow laws, but it's slowly but surely creeping in that direction. And I'll say this: we were talking about, like Don was saying, that Don or Angie said they're not voting because they don't understand, or the kids aren't seeing their parents vote. That's why I said us. I was talking about us, literally us. Those of us who know what the deal is. Those of us who, just pull a kid aside and talk to them about the importance of voting. And even if you, like, if you work at a school or you have a student at a school or something like that, just go up there. If you're a part of an organization, just go up there and register people to vote. It ain't hard. I mean, people always make it seem like the simplest thing is the hardest thing. It's not hard to do. Take time out. I mean, damn, we got black people who wait hours in line for new Jordans that coming out. Well, they don't do it anymore, but they were doing it before. But can't wait an hour, can't wait 30 minutes in line to vote. And all you doing is making Michael Jordan and Nike richer, but you're not doing anything to enrich yourself. And I do agree with Evan. We do need to put forth more candidates that care about the community. And Leonard said the same thing. We do. And it shouldn't be, if you're a public servant, a true public servant, the money shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. if you making $174,000, if you making more than $174,000 and you consider yourself a public servant, then damn it, take the damn job if you're qualified, if you know what you're talking about. Because that $174,000, that job has more perks than the salary entails. A lot more perks. And if I were to run for office, $174,000, that's a whole lot more money than I'm making. So that'd be an upgrade for me, and I'd still be the same asshole I am now. An asshole that advocates for my people. Leonard, you should run for office, like they told you about 3 years ago. You said that list of reforms and priorities for the masses. Yeah, that's what we need. Somebody who actually cares about the people.
I think for the most part, Democrats do push for priorities for the masses.
But the problem is, okay, well, let's say this. Why are they pushing against why are they pushing against, as you said and Don said, pushing against Jasmine Crockett running?
I'm gonna answer that. I want to address what Angie just said. I train master social work students. I emphasize how government impacts the works we do. You'd be surprised at how many admit they don't vote. I'm not surprised. I tell people, I'm out there all the time. I'm talking to guys all the time. I'm constantly talking to my guys. Constantly. And I think I have a fairly good influence on them. I'm constantly talking to my guys. I'm telling you that loop that they're having, that loop that they're having, is unbelievable. I feel like I say it all the time, emphasize our community, that if the persons we elect doesn't fight for us, then we vote someone else in, don't stay home. I agree with Don.
Yeah.
I agree with Don. But I don't want to do, there's no moral equivalence between what the party is a big party of a whole bunch of different people. And anybody can tell you that's been in any position of leadership. It's hard to hold a coalition together. That other side has more home.
But the thing is this. The core beliefs of Democrats is this. We need to do the best we can to help everybody out. That's the core belief of Democrats. Period. That's the core belief. So if we keep emphasizing that, see, the thing is, you have these competing agendas that people want their agenda. This was pissing me off, and we talked about this during the presidential election. All these black men talking about Kamala Harris isn't saying anything to help black men. And I'm thinking, and we said this. The fuck you talking about?
You got to say it like that.
Talk about is going to help black men, but she ain't said nothing specifically to black men. And these are educated black men saying this shit. Like, do you realize what the hell you talking about? Why does she have to come up with something specifically that speaks to black men? When the stuff that she's talking about is going to help everybody. When everybody else get their agenda, who the hell are you talking about? And they can't, the gay people, they always get what they want. God damn it, they ain't asked for nothing specific. They just want to be treated like humans. That's it. What specific shit did gay people say? Hey, if you don't do this, we ain't gonna vote for you. They ain't never said no shit like that. Republicans said that bullshit. And you ignorant motherfuckers listen to them. You always worry about the wrong goddamn thing. Because you think somebody else is going to get some shit that you ain't going to get. When in reality, if everybody works together, we all get what the fuck we want. That whole shit, wrangling cats, yeah. But the thing is, we always have people sitting out here talking about what the other group got and not listening to what the candidates are saying. Because they don't want to hear that shit. Them ignorant people talking about, well, Donald Trump gave me a check. Donald Trump didn't give you a goddamn thing. But that's what you heard. That's what you want to hear. He gave me a check. All of those things, man. That's what we have to fight against. And Democrats need to stop trying to, as I said, move toward the middle to get moderates to vote for Democrats. And I'm telling you now, if Democrats start working on policies that help everybody, and they just drum it home constantly, because Democrats are always trying. Their biggest problem is messaging. They don't tell what we're doing. This is what we did. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're going to do. They just keep moving from subject to subject, while Republicans will pound home one stupid ass wrong issue over and over and over and over and over and over and over again till it's embedded in your brain, and you start to think that that's a real goddamn issue.
Republicans do one other thing too, because they just did it last week. Republicans use the threat of violence, because when the Indiana Senate the other day voted not to do that gerrymandering shit, all those senators that voted against it start getting swatted and start getting death threats. And I believe that came from the White House. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't know, you know what? I don't give a fuck how people feel about it. Black men got to start calling black men on their bullshit. It's like Kenneth just said. When you start saying that dumb shit, I got to talk to you in a language you understand. I got to figure out if you are a bougie motherfucker that I got to talk to in King James English and perfect English, or you somebody in the middle, and I got to say just what Kenneth said, man, that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit. I know that's bullshit. And you know, and all of us who are men on here know that shit's going to turn up the minute you say bullshit, because then folks want to take it personally. But at this stage of the game, man, I'm taking it personally. I'm taking it personally.
Hell yeah.
Your fucking vote.
Even if it's somebody bougie, tell them that's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit.
You know that's bullshit. You too goddamn smart to know that shit. Stop being a fucking what's the word I'm looking for? A lapdog for them people who don't give a shit about you.
Stacey, I'm all for free speech. I really am. I'm all for free speech. But I have a problem with your free speech, like James Baldwin said, that could cost me my life. I have a problem if you come out here and say some of the stuff you see some of these influencers say, like that sheriff. I don't have a problem. I really don't. And I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, with his head being on a swivel. You are affecting literally the lives of the African-American community with that bullshit. Literally. And that's a literal thing. It's not something we can track it. So if you want to say it, it has consequences. People say, well, Leonard, you don't believe in different points of view. I don't believe in points of view from people who look like me that hurts my community. I just don't. I don't have I don't have the luxury. I don't have the luxury. I don't have the wild part. Current is already a centrist party. They listen to the accusation of leftism and they reach out to the right. They don't even realize part of the issue is exactly. I no longer do that with brothers. If you're around me, you talk. Like, matter of fact, I tell people, man, I don't want to talk that. Don't talk that shit to me. I'd say it just like that now. Big, little, whatever, because it's a personal, visceral reaction. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. Nothing you can say can be proven. You got and you got all the evidence in 9 months that proves that I'm right. This motherfucker has come for our community. Period. Point blank. Our community. And this is why I say, and I know we passed time, this is why I say Ed Martin can't really tell me nothing, but I don't know what Hakeem Jeffries and them are doing. I don't know what Lucy McBath and Nikema Williams are doing. I don't see it. I don't see what y'all are doing. And optics is everything for our community. Our community likes optics. It's why you don't want your pastor driving around in no beat up car. Most people with big churches want their pastors driving around in a nice Cadillac or a nice Mercedes. It's an optics thing. We are optics people. It just is what it is. So the optics, and if I know it, they know it. So they get these people out here talking about Jasmine Crockett, some of these bots or whoever they are. Some of these people are real people calling Jasmine ghetto and blah, blah, blah. No, shut the fuck up. No. You stay on that side and talk that shit, but don't come over here infecting none of my people doing that. We don't need that right now. The same how they talk about Maxine. It's nothing you can say about Maxine. I think she's a little older now. There's nothing you can tell me that doesn't tell me Maxine wants what's right for my community, and she's not trying to harm anybody else's community. Black men got to call black men on their shit. Black men got when we start talking that trash, and some of these Republicans, black Republicans, start talking that trash. Give me the proof, bro. Give me the proof. If God didn't bless Pastor, then why would he bless me? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Like, this is a total tangent. Like that shit that Marvin Winans did, the Winans brother, when he did that lady in church, that's straight up bullshit.
And then tried to justify the shit.
That's straight up bullshit. No, my nigga, no. I don't give a damn if you're a pastor. You are fucking wrong. No. You're not going to justify that with me biblically. No. Just come out and say I made a mistake. No. And no, Tyler, you gave him more money. No, he was just dead ass wrong. You don't tell somebody that who's giving you $1,200 and that they worked hard for. No, I don't give a damn if you're a Winans. You made a mistake. Live up to it. Move forward. No. Call him on his shit. No. I can't do that anymore. I just can't do that anymore. Where you about to go, Lively? It's 11:07. And you know folks got stuff to do on a Saturday at 11. And you muted, Lively. You muted yourself again.
I said I'm getting ready to go get my hair cut.
All right.
You know, some of us who still have hair need to do that every once in a while. That ain't a dig at nobody, no bald head brothers, but you know, I think at least 2 or 3 of y'all on this conversation ain't got no hair. The rest of us need to go get some hair. At least go get it cut anyway.
Hey, man,
I'm just saying.
Tell them to touch up that beard too. Send this out loud. And y'all talk.
All right, y'all. Hey, one more thing.
Okay.
I forgot. There are 2 things actually. Okay, so this is some crazy shit. Talking to those of you who don't know, I'm assistant coach for Glen Hills basketball. And was talking to some of the players. Turns out, no, I'm not even gonna tell. I ain't even gonna say that because that's too much. That's too much. Let's say this. Let's go with this. Tell your children, your grandchildren, to wrap their stuff up. Because it can be messy. You don't want them to be a parent at and this got nothing to do with the team. But it was telling me about a student who's 15 and might be a daddy. And his boy might be a daddy with the same girl. And they sit here bragging about, I pulled out and all that. No, please have conversations with them about that. But that little 5 minutes of pleasure you got or 2 minutes of pleasure you got could end up being something that holds you back for the rest of your life. So please tell them about that. You still there?
I'm listening to you.
Oh, yeah. So, because that's something, the discussion I had with some of the kids about that, because they don't seem to think that that's a big deal when you're 15 and you're expecting a child.
Bro,
they don't.
Whew, you said a mouthful that I don't even know where to go with that one.
Yeah.
After school specials, I agree with Angie. You got one coming. I know you play basketball. He don't play basketball. That's what we talked about. He never played basketball. Look, he and I already got into an argument about that before the show. He don't play. He had the audacity to say, "Do you play?" But I'm so happy that he just there. We need him on the court, even if he's just a glorified ball boy. Ever, we need him.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I can't read y'all comments. But I'm helping the team.
Yes, you are.
All right. I may not have played basketball.
Hercules.
I may not have played basketball, played on the team, but I did play basketball in the neighborhood. And I could, I can't anymore because I broke my hand. I could shoot back then. I just never tried out for the team. So
Spartan Village ain't have no ballers.
I wouldn't know. I didn't live in Barton Village, so I wouldn't know. See, we know Terrace Manor didn't have none. We definitely know that. Leonard swear up and down he was on the team. I ain't never seen Leonard in no uniform. I'm sorry. I just ain't never seen.
Go look at the yearbook, partner.
Yearbook.
Yeah, go look at the yearbook.
Man, they was handing out uniforms like Halloween candy when you was on the team.
You ain't get once. What's that say about you?
I didn't try. I wasn't gonna go out there just to sit on the end of the bench and not get nothing. Leonard talking about he scored 55 points at against Butler.
I did.
You ain't even scored 55 points in a damn video game against Butler.
Hey, look. Bench, whatever you want to call it. I played. When did you?
Yeah, oh no. You sat. That's what you did. You sat.
Oh, Andrew, when did I graduate? Like, hey, girl, don't be throwing no flirtation shit out here now. Come on now. 83. Hey, look, I played. So
okay. Yeah. All right. Now, get back to.
We need you.
So, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that Trump and his threatening the international court because of his because of investigations, talking about how if they don't stop the investigations, they're going to do sanctions against the international court. I'm really trying to figure out what kind of sanctions they're going to do against the international court and why are you worried. Well, we know why you're worried, but you're worried about the international courts investigating your administration and the United States for stuff that they've done in Afghanistan and here and all those extra legal missile strikes in the Caribbean. If you weren't doing it, then you wouldn't have to worry about all that. But that's something that we need to pay attention to, because what he's basically saying is he's basically threatening them. If they don't do what he wants, he's not going to I don't know what he's going to do, because I don't know how he can say, how do you sanction an international court? I really don't understand that. But right there is
an oil tanker, Kenneth.
See what?
He just took an oil tanker.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So violence don't mean anything to him. And Andrew, you ain't have to knock my ego down that bad. God damn. Good God, man. Don't knock an older man's ego down that bad. Shit. You could have just went along with the program. But Kenneth, they took a tanker. Yeah.
They took a tanker and talking about they selling illegal oil. All the shit that they doing is illegal, but you're gonna take somebody else's oil.
And said we probably gonna keep it. And a tanker got a lot of oil on it, boy.
But see, and that right there, that's the reason why he's worried about the international court. And this is the crazy thing. With the international court, they issue an arrest warrant for you. You go to certain countries, they can affect that arrest warrant. They can lock you up for that.
They ain't like to lock the most powerful man on the planet up. But I will say this. I will say not. Kenneth, they not. Come on now.
Hold on.
They're going to arrest the president of the United States.
Hold up. Not while he's president. Listen, it can happen. The way he's doing shit, don't nobody give a shit about him.
This one thing.
Do you really and truly think if Donald Trump, after he's president, he goes somewhere and they arrest him, that they're gonna be a big ass stink from the United States, a legitimate stink? Not saying, oh, you can't do that.
Okay.
You really and truly the next president, especially if it's a Democratic president, when he should have been in fucking prison here to begin with, you really and truly think they're gonna sit back and say, oh, that's the start of a war? Fuck no.
This is where Kenneth and I always diverge with one another. We do this once every 2 weeks. He keeps talking about the normal, and I keep telling him there is no more normal. There's a new normal. And that's
the new normal.
Wait.
That is the new normal.
If you believe, and I would like to see what Everett and Don think about this, and Angie and Stacey. If you think that any country is going to, or the United States is going to let anybody arrest a former president, you just not being realistic.
Didn't he get arrested here?
You think Gavin Newsom is going to let them come in and put the president of the United States?
No, I didn't say come here. I said when he steps somewhere else.
They should.
Because when you step into another country, you are subject to their laws. I don't give a damn who you are. You are subject to their laws. Why you think Netanyahu don't go anywhere?
He comes only here. He don't go nowhere else because he knows. He knows they'll lock his ass up.
Okay. I I don't believe in arguing about stuff that we can't
Yes,
prove.
you do. Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You arguing with me now.
I'm stopping. I give up. Hey, take us out. I gotta go. Take us out.
All right. Listen, y'all. Y'all have a good week. Be safe. Talk to your people. Talk to your kids and grandkids and all about wrapping it up or using some type of protection because it's serious. It's serious. Matter of fact, and one more thing about that. One school put out a notice about STDs on their campus. Tell them, hey, we thought that stuff was done. These dumbasses out here doing it. They going up and they catching all kinds of diseases. So please have a conversation with your people about that. All right. So it's Saturday. Y'all have a good day. Good rest of the week. We'll see y'all next week. Stay out of trouble. Don't drink and drive. Smoke a blunt instead. Deuces.
And Stacey, I was on at 10. We got to get this right. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.